Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I think we're live, are we? This is always when you hit that button, you're always like, oh my God, is it live? Is it working? Is it going to collapse? What's happening? Anyway, listen, guys, you are all very welcome. And I'm absolutely delighted to have the fabulous Denise Inspired here with us on the main Case Flower School page. So Denise is a regular in our Bloom Rooms. She comes in and she gives our students in the Bloom Rooms amazing tutorials and lots of gold knowledge that they have to give them a lot boost in their bums to get them moving and what they have to do. So to have her here on the Case Flower School page is just amazing. So Denise, you are most welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm delighted to be here. Super excited for this session. As you said, I'm always in speaking to all your lovely clients, so it's nice to be out to the public today on your main. Yeah. I feel very honoured, actually. I feel a little special now.
We're letting you out of the rooms. Anyway, listen, Denise, I know because I was talking about this on my Instagram this morning. I was saying for people to remind that we're going to be here today. Last week when I was watching one of your webinars, I was pumped after it. I got so much out of it. And you know, how many times do I hear what you have to tell us? So I'm delighted that I'm actually going to go off screen and I'm going to leave you to it. This will be available on the replay. So if you are watching on the replay, please do comment. If you're watching, I will be posting it up on YouTube. So comment away on YouTube as well. And we're over in the Flurry Fun group as well. So yeah, we're going to be all over the place this morning. And Denise, I'm going to leave you to it and give me a shout. I'm listening if you need me.
Yeah, you always say, Deirdre always says, I'm going to go and do some work now. I'm going to go in the background and I'm not going to do anything. And at the end, she always says, I just was listening and writing notes and I didn't do any work.
Yeah, have the pen ready.
Thank you, my love. Hello, hello, hello. So super excited to be here on the girls page, the Flowery Girls. A little bit of background. I'm live on Instagram on my own page as well. So hi everybody watching. A little bit of background about myself and the girls. We met probably 10 years ago now at this stage through some business groups, and we've worked together on different projects throughout the years. I designed their logo many moons ago in my background as graphic design. But now I teach business owners like you guys how to grow their business, how to make more money in your business, how to just get on with it, you know. I teach a lot for the enterprise board and I teach a lot in business schools. I've been into UCD and stuff to teach business. What I found, and I'm not dissing any of them because I love it all, but what I found is when we learn in business, it can often be, you know, there's so many things that we have to do. And I'm looking over at Instagram as well. There's so many, you know, ducks that we feel we need to have in a row before we launch our business. And oftentimes we get stunted by that. Okay. So oftentimes we think, oh God, I cannot launch my business until I have the most beautiful, perfect logo. That's BS, right? I'm calling BS on that. And we often think that I need a website, you know, I need a website because no one's going to buy from me unless I have a website. Again, not true. All right. So my job today is to get you going, to get you making a bit of money, to let you realize that the sales that you're going to make at Christmas. Yes, I said the C word. We're talking about Christmas, but the sales that you make at Christmas, they start now, guys. They start now. All right. So first of all, I am Denise Inspired. Denise Horan is my real name. Feel free to add me as a friend on Facebook as Denise Horan. Make sure you send me a private message if you do, because I get hundreds of friend requests. Hit me up on Instagram. I am Denise Inspired on Instagram. Give me a follow. And of course, I will follow you back and have all the chats and help you in any way I can. All right. If you're here watching on Facebook, say hello. Make sure you accept the StreamYard disclaimer at the top of your screen. If you accept that, then I can see your names. Because now I can see that Celine is here. Hi, Celine. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Leonie. Hi, Angela. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Maria. Hi, Kay. Hi, Jana. Hi, Paula. Hi, everybody. Now, I want you to let me know where you're watching from. Throw that into the chat, because I love when I'm talking to the Flowery Girls, the Flower Girls, as I lovingly call them. And I love to see you guys coming in from all over the place, which is amazing. So let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching from. And hi, Jeanette. Jeanette's over in Sligo. Hi, lovely to see you. And thank you for having me here. Listen, guys, something that I talk about, okay? So my background is marketing. My background is traditional marketing. I was design and marketing manager for Ireland, the UK, and Malta for the One for All group, you know, the gift card group. That's where I got all my background from. But right now I teach business owners how to grow on Instagram, how to grow on TikTok, how to grow on Facebook, whatever social media channel you're on, I help you grow on it. First thing I want to say to you, if you're only starting out, okay? And when you see me looking to the side, I'm saying hello to Instagram as well, because I'm live on my own page on Instagram. When you're only starting out, okay, it can often feel daunting when we have so many decisions to make. What platform am I going to go on? What's my message? How am I going to sell? Do I need a website? Do I need a shop? How do I order my flowers? Where do I order? Like, if I order in flowers, how do I sell them? How do I make money if somebody just wants one bouquet? And how do I order those flowers to make money? You know, there's all of this business questions and all of these things that stop us from launching. And my job here today is to tell you to get on with it, to kick on. You do not need to be registered for VAT. You do not need to have your business account open and decided on your business name. You do not need to have decided if you're going to be a sole trader or a limited company. You do not need to have a website or a logo or fancy branding to start in business. I want to dispel all of that. I want you to put all of that to the side, and I want you to think about what is the most important thing in business. Tell me in the comments here. Tell me in the comments over on Instagram as well. What is the most important thing that you need to have a business? You could have a great idea. You could have a business plan. You could even have a fancy logo. Does that mean you're in business? There's one thing that we all miss out. We could be weeks, months, or even years in business. I've met people who have their idea, they've been in it a year, they've been in it 12 months, 18 months, whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, well, this is my business and this is how it's going and this is my plan. And okay, but do you have this one missing component that actually makes it a business? So people are saying the skill. Yes, the skill. Personality, I love that. Knowing what your customer needs, I love that. These are all things that we need to know. We do need to have a skill. We do need to have an idea of what we're selling. We do need to know, you know, what our customers want. But there's one thing that we have to have in order to call ourselves a business, and that is customers, clients. Yeah. We have to have people giving us the moolah, you know? Oftentimes I'd say to people like, have you made a sale? Well, no, not yet. Guys, we can't multiply a zero. If you have 0 sales, it's very hard to figure out if your business is viable. It's very hard to figure out if your business is ever going to make any money because you don't have any proof of concept. Nobody has given you money. So if you take one thing from today, even just one thing. Now I'm going to give you loads of golden nuggets, so there's going to be loads, and I hope you have your books out ready to write your notes. There's going to be loads, but if you can take one thing from today is get your first paying customer. Let me know in the comments who has had their first comments. Give me a yes or a thumbs up if you've had one paying customer. Just one. Some of you have had loads, but give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't, give me a thumbs down. If nobody has ever paid you, give me a thumbs down. Or give me a yes and no if you can't find those emojis. It's hugely important that we find people to pay us for what we do. And whether it's 1 or 10 or 15 or 20, once you have a paying customer, we can multiply that. Only started and had 3 people so far. Brilliant. We got yes, 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 loads of thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Guys, do you understand how amazing? I'm not going to curse. As they say in America, I won't drop any F-bombs since I'm out on the girls' public page. But do you understand how amazing you all are? I want you to stop now, right? Instagram, Facebook, wherever else we're going to be on YouTube eventually. You know, if you're watching on the replay, you're watching live, I want you to stop and I want you to feel that and say, yeah, I did that. whether it's one paying customer or two, whether it's 3 or 5, whether it's 15 or 500. I am in business because somebody has opened up their wallet and paid me some money. Because guess what? We are a successful business owner when we are being paid. And I know that a lot of you sit there and say, oh, you know, I'm not an expert, or, oh, I've so much to learn. Maybe you've done 3 modules with K's and you haven't done your 4th module yet. Maybe you've done the 1st module, but you haven't done your 2nd. Maybe you've done all 4 modules, but you haven't put it all into practice yet. And you're feeling a bit, am I an expert? Am I not? I'm telling you now, if somebody has paid you, they've cracked your wallet to pay for a service or pay for a product, and they're happy, then you are an expert in what you do, and we get to grow that. But the first protocol to growing that is believing in it. And I know that might sound woo, or that might sound, you know, oh, you know, all a bit out there, and we talk about mindset. 10 years ago when I was in business, if you talk to me about mindset, I'd be like, whatever. You know, I'm a successful businesswoman. I don't talk about mindset. That's not what I need to worry about. I'm going to worry about business. It is all about mindset. The years that I've had in business, my ups and my downs, the roller coasters, some of you might know some of my story. I've had some very successful businesses. I sold 2 successful businesses in Australia. I had a massive failure. I had a massive failure in 2016 when my business failed. Why? Because I had my 3rd baby, got a postnatal depression crash, blah, 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 blah. World came tumbling down. Long story short, lost the business. I wore it like a shroud of failure. It's not a failure. It's only a failure if you stop. It's only a failure if you give up. It would have been a failure if I put my bum on my hands and done nothing else. If I'd have stayed under my quilt crying my eyes out because I'd failed. Because let me tell you this, we will fail. Because if you're not failing, you're not trying. Okay? So if you go out there and you decide, I'm buying in flowers and I'm going to make this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do these arrangements and I'm going to sell them, and you do it and it falls flat in its face and it doesn't work, you get to cry. We all do that. You get to go under your quilt. Damn it. And then you get to pop your head back out and go, do you know what? I've learned from that. Now I know that I'm not going to do whatever it is that you think that might have made it fail. It's never a failure until you stop and you give up. And none of us are going to give up. Can I get a yes in the comments? This is my favorite emoji, guys. Those of you who know me, this is my favorite emoji. If you don't know me, this is my favorite emoji. Drop it in the comments if you agree with me here and now that you're not going to fail, because you're never going to give up. You're going to keep pushing for that dream. You're going to keep pushing for that flower business or whatever business. Those of you watching on my Instagram or those of you watching after on Kay's YouTube, it may not be a flower business. Probably is, but it may not be. But you are not going to fail because you are never, ever going to give up. We are going to fight for our dreams. Why? Because we deserve them. And we are deserving of them. And if it's not us, then why not? All right? One of the biggest things, I have a program called the Authority Builder, and I teach business women like you guys to make more profits in your business by introducing digital products, by introducing assets. So I help you create your workshops, do your online programs, create online memberships so you make more passive income in the business. That's my job. I teach businesses how to make more money. But you're not going to sit there and think, I launched that and it didn't work. Because the more we wallow in that and the more we get stuck in that, the more it stops us from pushing forward. You are going to fail. You might launch a workshop at the wrong time of year or in the wrong place and it might not work. That's okay. A lot of my clients at the moment, a lot of you are talking about doing, you know, your Christmas workshops in the local community center. Brilliant. What happens if it doesn't sell? We pivot, we change, we move on. We change location, we change the messaging, we work on the pricing, whatever the case may be, we pivot, we work, and we move on. All right? So the reason why we're here today is to talk about Christmas. What? Christmas? I'm talking to Instagram there now. Yeah, because a lot of people, a lot of business owners, not just in the flower business, but a lot of you guys are thinking, okay, so in December, I want to do my Christmas wreaths, or I want to do occasion flowers, or I want to try do weddings, or I want to do events, whatever it is that I want to do, but I'm not quite ready now. Maybe I'm about to do module 4 with K's. Maybe I'm about to do module 2. Maybe I've done them, but I just feel a bit more practice might work. So I'm going to stay over here in my little safe space, and I'm going to be quiet. Shh. I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing because I don't feel like an expert yet. Let me know in the comments, does anybody feel this? Give me a yes if you feel this feeling of, I don't feel like an expert yet, and I feel quite not ready to go all out on my business on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. Give me a yes if you feel that feeling of, oh, you know, I kind of feel ready. In my heart, I know I'm ready. I've sold some flowers and they loved them, but my head up here, my logical head is saying, stop, don't do it. Don't talk to Instagram about what you're doing, because somebody, now this is a kicker actually, right? This is a kicker, because there are a lot of people in your area who are doing flowers. And I don't mean your physical area, I mean your environment, because you guys are in the flowery groups. You guys have, you know, you've got a lot of people around, so you're seeing other people. And let me know if this happens to you. Do you look at other florists? Do you look at other people who've come through K's Flower School learning and they've started their business, and you've got them on this massive pedestal and you're like, oh my God, she's doing amazing. Oh my God, look what she's doing. And you might be looking at them thinking, if I post a reel on my Instagram or I talk about what I'm doing, then they're going to look at me and go, that flower is out of place. Or, not quite sure, you know, you're not really an expert yet. You're not really ready for that. You should be doing this first. How many of you feel that you would be judged by not just people around you, but other people maybe in the industry? Do you feel that fear of, you know, I've done this lovely wreath and I love it. I feel happy for it. But if I post it, what if somebody says it looks a bit odd or something's wrong or a flower's out of place? Yeah. Yeah. Leonie says she's going to dipping her toes into the flowers, but afraid to say I'm now selling. Yeah. Module 1 is done. Well done, Leonie. Well done. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes I love that. I love that, Maria. Sometimes. Guys, and those of you watching on Instagram, I'm live on K's Flower School. So if you are on Facebook, go over to K's Flower School and like their page and you will see me on the screen. But keep watching on Instagram. That's cool too. Yeah. So let me tell you this. I have worked with some huge accounts, both here in Ireland and in the States. I've worked with huge businesses on their marketing campaigns. I've gone into businesses and I have troubleshooted huge corporate market campaigns. And I've worked with tiny business owners who are just starting out and they're working on their marketing campaigns. And will I tell you something that is common across the board and never changes? The second guessing, the worry of being judged. In fact, I was at an event in the States last year and the guy called Russell Brunson runs it, speaking in front of 5,000 people that he brought there, by the way, because it's his audience. And he spoke about imposter syndrome. And what we're talking about here is imposter syndrome. What we're talking about here is the fact that we feel that people will judge us. We feel that people will be like, oh, you know, she's not exactly an expert. She's got more work to do. You are an expert to somebody. I'm here talking to you guys. How many of you listening? Give me a yes. Actually, give me my favorite emoji again, or a thumbs up. If you feel, listening to me, if you think that I'm an expert on what I do. How many of you are listening to me and you're thinking she's an expert? Oh my God, Denise is, you know, on a pedestal, expert. Sometimes it's the bitchy comments that destroys your self-confidence. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks. How funny would it have been if I said that? How many of you think I'm an expert? And you all went, no, Denise, you're full of SH1T. My lighting's a bit glary. Sorry about that. But wouldn't that be funny if you said no? But guys, why am I an expert? Because I've been given a platform, because I'm here speaking to you on Facebook, because I'm here telling you guys about my expertise. Think about that. It's the visibility. We all have a platform. Every single one of you. You've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, you've got TikTok, you've got YouTube. It is free and there to be used. Okay? You will not get better at your craft unless you practice. Agreed? Of course. You will not get better at your visibility unless you practice. Imposter syndrome hits us all. We all think, who does she think she is? That people will think that. We all think that people will give us bitchy comments. We all think, and I get the bitchy comments, I do all the time. But let me tell you this, it's generally from people who I know or people in my circle, very rarely from other people in business. Although I have been to events where people have given bitchy comments about my videos, but let me tell you this, guys. What I found in all my years of business is that nobody who is above you and doing better than you is going to give you bitching comments. It's always people who are below or feel that they're on the same level and they want to tear you down. And we got to put our blinkers on and remind ourselves that we're amazing. Remind ourselves that we have made sales. Remind ourselves, and I love what Angela says, we're all in the same boat, us florists. We all need to help each other. And that's exactly it. And that's what Kay's Flower School has created. Kay's Flower School have created this amazing, amazing community for you guys. And whether you are only starting out or whether you've done module 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever you are, stay tapped into this community. Stay part of it because it's a beautiful community that they've built. And it's amazing to have other flowers to tap into. Viv says, hi Viv. Viv says, I shock everyone that I'm a business coach when I say I've never made a wedding bouquet and I'm happy with that. We all have imposter syndrome. That's it. That's it. Every one of us gets it. And it doesn't matter how successful you are. But we do. As I said, the guy speaking to 5,000 people on his own stage, a stage he created, 5,000 people who he brought in. They all spent $1,000 on a ticket. He's backstage thinking, why would they want to be like, why are they here for me? Why are they going to care? People care. And I only have to be a few steps ahead of you guys to deliver some value to you. I don't have to be. There are so many business coaches who do what I do. So many social media experts who do what I do. I only have to be a bit ahead of you to help you on the way, to lean down and put your hand up. And those guys in module 4 only have to be a little bit ahead of module 1 to lean down and put the hand up and give us all a hand, because collaboration in business is way more important than competition. When we realize that we are actually collaborating with each other and not in competition, that's where the gold happens. That's where we can really grow as business owners and as humans. Yeah? So I wanted to say to you, sorry, my lighting's a bit glary. The sun is starting to come in the window there. Isn't it gorgeous though that I can say the sun is shining and coming in the window? Which is mad after the few weeks we had before here in Dublin anyway. So I suffer with nerves sometimes and have a panic attack, and only been in business 17 years. Angela, would it shock you to say I suffer with nerves too? Would it shock you to say I get panic attacks as well? I don't. It's been a while now since I've had a full panic attack, but I get panicky. I feel judged. I feel, don't want people talking about me. I'm a massive people pleaser, which I'm trying to cut out of my personality, but I am. So I want you guys to remember that every single one of us has this stuff behind closed doors. We all have the stuff. My mom's sick at the moment. I've got, teenager that I'm looking after who's in school with all the trials that comes with. I've smaller kids. We all have the stuff. It's how we show up and how we compartmentalize and try to park it and build our businesses. That makes us good businesswomen. Yeah. And Angela, as Angela says, she's been in business 17 years only, you know, and she still gets the panic and still gets the nerves. We all get it. We all get it. And it's funny, right? We all get it at different stages. Because I said to somebody recently, if I'm going to an event and I'm going to speak at that event, I am not as nervous as if I'm going to an event and I'm not speaking at it. Isn't that weird? And I think it's because when I'm going to an event and I'm speaking at it, I have a job. I know what I'm doing. I know what I have to do when I'm there. And I love speaking on stage. I love getting up and speaking. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. And that's great. But when I'm going to an event and I'm expected to network, I'm more like, oh, you know, I've got to talk to people randomly. I've got to, you know, so it's being pushed out of the comfort zone. And what I'm talking about to you today is I want you to think we're going to push out of our comfort zones. Let me know in the comments if you have showed your face on Instagram or if you show your face on your socials. Give me a yes or give me a no if you show your face in your socials. And I want to tell you this. Floristry, flower shops, selling online, whatever it is that you're doing, you think that people are only going to buy from you because you're beautiful flowers, okay? And while your beautiful flowers are very, very, very important, of course they are. Who you are, your personality, your face is so much more important. Because what's going to stop me buying from the local shop or buying from you? What's going to make me go, no, actually, I want to go to Becky and buy from Becky, because when I bought from Becky last time, she was so nice. Now, Leonie, I'm going to kill you. So Leonie is here, and I bought some stuff from Leonie the other week for going back to school, and she sent me this. It's on my desk, Leonie. Check that out. I know I'm very bad at getting angles here, so. Inspire and be inspired. Denise inspired. And I love it. Thank you, Leonie. So I ordered some water bottles with the kids' names on them. They came with that lovely gift. Now, I want to tell you something, Leonie, and I want to tell all of you listening. I know Leonie by name, okay? I have seen Leonie on different trainings. I've never met the woman. We've never had a conversation. None of that. But she's been to some of my trainings, and her page, what's your business page again? Drop it in the comments for me. Her business page popped up on my Instagram. I didn't know it was Leonie, even though we've had conversations, even though she's been to my trainings, and I know she's with Case Flower School. I didn't make the connection. Blended Designs. I saw the water bottles and I went, oh, they're amazing. The name Blended Designs jogged my memory. I knew that Leonie was someone who I'd come into contact with before, but I didn't know it was Leonie. Does that make sense? I noticed Blended Designs. I said, they're lovely bottles. And it was only afterwards. I didn't buy, right? I noticed them, went, oh, they're grand. And I went on. It was only later that I went, I think I know the girl who owns Blended Designs. I went back and looked. And I was like, who is that now? And it took me a good half a day to figure out that it was Leonie. Eventually I figured out it was Leonie. And I went, oh my God, that's Leonie. I'm going back to order. Now see what's happening here. I'm realizing that a girl who I know, right, virtually from being online, Leonie, looks after Blended Designs. So that changed my buying decision. I loved the bottles. They looked great. Thought they were great. Great idea. Great for the kids. Didn't buy. Oh my goodness, that's Leonie's business. I'll go back and buy. I made a personal decision to buy because I knew Leonie. Now, think about this. Blended Designs does not show Leonie's face. It doesn't have her name on it. This gets to change. Yes. Oh God, lesson learned. I need to show my face on the page. Yes, Leonie, you do. Because I'll tell you something else. I bought those bottles for you. You sent me a beautiful cup. I love it. I talk about you all the time. It does not mean that in 6 months' time, I won't forget who I got them from. If your blended designs stays as a logo with no personality, no face, no name, I'm going to forget who you are and what page you're on. Does that make sense, guys? Can you see how that makes sense? Give me a yes if this is hitting home for you. Give me a yes on Instagram if it's hitting home for you. Because we buy from people, and it's as much as we love the products, it's the person's face, personality that we remember. Now I might order flowers from you, and you might deliver them to my mom, and you might have a chat with my mom on the doorstep, and she might get to know you, and she might love you, and she might, my mom might ring me. Let's say it's Becky, and my mom might ring me then and go, oh my God, thanks for the flowers. Becky delivered them, and she was so nice, and she, we got on lovely, and she was lovely. Brilliant. Now there's a personal connection. So next time I want to order flowers, I'm thinking, oh, I want to get them from Becky because she was so nice. But if I go to Becky's page and it doesn't show her face or her name, it only shows a business name, I can't remember who the florist is that I ordered from. I cannot stress enough. 15 years ago in business, people remembered logos. 15 years ago when we had no social media, we remembered logos, we remembered branding. The digital world does not remember that so much. Our timelines are so busy. It's no longer enough to have a very pretty logo. It's no longer enough to hide behind a logo. None of you would remember me if I just had my Denise Inspired logo or my Inspired Media logo. It's my face you remember. In fact, there'll be people here watching this who love it. There'll be people here watching this and go, oh my God, Denise lit a fire in my belly. I love that training. It was amazing. In 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, 6 weeks' time, you will be saying, what was that girl's name again? What was her business again? We forget. It is up to me to continue to show my face on my socials. It's up to me to continue to turn up. So you see me online and then you go, oh, there's Denise. Does that make sense, guys? A face, a personality is so much more memorable than a business name, business logo. All right, so can we agree from this day forward that we are going to push ourselves to show our faces? Yeah? Let's start pushing ourselves to show our faces. Please do. Please do. All right, so we're talking about Christmas sales. We're talking about the work that we do now compounds. Social media is not somewhere where you get an instant success. I've worked with businesses, or I worked with some of you guys that say to me, I've been posting on my Instagram for 2 weeks now and I'm not getting anything. Keep going, sister. Yeah? We talk about a 3-month turnaround on social media. So if we're in September, October, November, the work that you do today brings you November sales. And that's where you're kicking off your Christmas. It is so important that you start to get visible now. So important that you start to get visible now. Because that is how we make those Christmas sales. That is how we get visible. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? Of course it does. Think about it. Nobody posts on Facebook today, and if you've done nothing else, and then suddenly you start to get traction. So I want you to really work on that. I want you to really think, okay, what am I selling in November? Whatever I talk about now warms people up to what I'm selling in November, December. If you're going to have a Black Friday sale, get it ready now. If you're going to be selling for Christmas, get it ready now. If you're going to have Christmas workshops, now is the time. If you're going to have Halloween workshops, now is definitely the time. That stuff should be out there. But the content that warms people up should be out there too. You want to be creating content that people get to know, like, and trust you. Yes, the content around the flowers works, and we want to get that out as well because we want to show the lovely floristry stuff that we're working. But the personal Content lets people get to know us. Who are we? Why are we in business? How long are we in business? What's our story? People want to know this because we buy from people. Agreed? I hate going live. My mind goes blank. That's practice, Vicky. Practice, okay? You can go live on Instagram, and when you click the live, if you go into the settings at the very top before you go live, you can select public or you can select only me, and you can actually go live to nobody on Instagram. You can do the same over on Facebook to practice your lives. If you're working with me, some of the girls are, Kay and Sandra are in my Be Inspiring group. If you want to comment, Be Inspiring. So I'll tell you a little bit about the Be Inspiring group. Be Inspiring is a social media group, okay? It is a group that helps you figure out who your customer is. It helps you find out what your message is, helps you use Instagram, use Facebook, use TikTok. It teaches you all of that, and it also teaches you how to go live, and it lets you practice. So within the group of Be Inspiring, we practice our lives all of the time. We've just come through a visibility week where the girls have been practicing their lives and putting them out there, and they've started to see results of live videos, of reels. The good thing about doing a live video is it gets you used to commenting on the camera, gets you used to talking to the camera and used to showing your face, so that when it comes to creating a reel or doing any of that, it's a lot easier. So the Be Inspiring group is €97 per month. It's €97 per month, but I've currently said that I will keep it open for Kay's Flower School people for $67 per month, but that's only for the next week or so. So if the Be Inspiring group is something that you wanted more information on, just comment Be Inspiring on this video, or over on, if you're watching this on the replay, I will get the girls to put a link to my page so that we can hook up. But comment Be Inspiring on the video wherever you see it, or DM me on Instagram and I'll get you over that details if that's something that you're interested in. But going live, everybody's mind goes blank at the start. The more we do it, the more we practice, the easier it becomes. Nobody likes talking to themselves front on camera. Nobody does. Everybody likes to, everybody listens to themselves and goes, oh, no, I don't want to, but you get used to it, you practice and you do it. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to think of, what am I selling for Christmas? What am I selling for Black Friday? What am I selling for Halloween? Now is the time I get to start to create my content around it. We've got to make sure that our content is not just sell. So make sure that you are putting in other pieces of content. Out on your morning walk, walking through in this beautiful sunshine that we have in Dublin at the moment, taking a photograph of beautiful flowers, taking a video of beautiful flowers. Your Instagram stories is a great place to practice speaking to the camera, because it's only there for 24 hours. So it's a lot easier. It's not like going out live or, putting out a reel. Instagram stories is a great place. All right. Any questions, guys? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on Instagram. Or on Facebook or on Instagram or wherever you're watching. Because I want you guys to realize that the sooner that you embrace social media, the sooner that you realize that it doesn't matter. We're actually not that important. People aren't out there waiting. Oh, I can't wait now to see Vicky going live so I can see if she falls on her face or says something wrong. They're not. People are generally nice, And the first time that you go live, or the first couple of times you go live, people aren't going to be really watching anyway, because you won't have a massive audience. So get out of your own way and start to build that up. All right, get out of your own way and start to build that up. If I can help, DM me over on Instagram, message me on Facebook, whatever you want to be. I can get you the link for the Be Inspiring group. We also have a free class coming up on Thursday morning at 11. I have I can't actually throw the link here for you, but I'll get Deirdre to do that for you. She might be able to do it. I'm not sure. I've thrown the link over to Deirdre. She may or may not be able to put it in the comments, but I have a free class coming up on Thursday that I'd love you guys to come along, and it is how to make more profits in your business. So that'd be nice. So that's on Thursday morning at 11. I'd love you guys to come. And if you if you're watching this on the replay and the webinar is over, then just hit me up on Instagram. Instagram DMs is the easiest and best way to get me. Hit me up on Instagram DMs and I will send you the link to the latest one. I run a lot of free classes. We have one for the next few weeks. We'll be having one every week. So when you're watching on the replay, just hit me up there and do it. Another way that we can get in touch is if you just go to my website. I do have Denise Inspired website, and it's Denise Inspired /let's chat, and that gets you into my calendar to connect with me. And that is that, guys. I hope I inspired you. I hope I gave you some good information, some good tips to get you going. And some of you are saying you missed the start. It's here live on the girls page, I presume, and it's going to be going out on yeah.
I have a couple of points which, as usual, you know, I didn't get any work done. I was listening and I was taking notes. What I loved, Denise, was that people don't actually buy from you because your flowers are amazing. They buy from you because of who you are. And you know, that is so true.
Yeah.
And just a point to make, like obviously coming up to Christmas, the world and their mother are selling Christmas wreaths. So what's going to make your Christmas wreaths different to somebody else's? You. So, and the other point I thought, again, when you were saying about it's a 3-month turnaround. So it doesn't mean, I presume, that we have to be posting Christmas content now. We just have to be posting content.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. I should have clarified that. It doesn't mean that you suddenly have to get your Christmas wreath stuff on the page today. It means that the visibility compounds. So that's why in the Be Inspiring group last week, I got the girls and the boys in there to go through a week of visibility, and they've been posting each day, and they had tasks to do each day, and it was horrendous for them, some of it, because they were like, oh, I don't want to show my face, and I didn't. All it was little tasks to do, but it was pushing out of the comfort zone. But what we find is that compounds. The more we show up, the more we are visible, the more people get to know us. We cannot wait until it's Christmas sales and then it's like, oh, I'll start posting.
Sell. Yeah.
And Facebook won't notice your posts. Instagram won't notice your posts. Nobody will, because you will be down in the algorithm. It's all about getting yourself up there and getting yourself noticed, you know?
And, you know, we have seen that over the summer with Jeanette was away in Sligo, so we weren't doing a lot of live classes and stuff like that. And even though she was going live on her Instagram, we weren't really doing, and we could see the massive fall off because, and it is like you're saying, people in 2 weeks' time, people will be saying, who was that girl that was talking? But for me, menopause moments, like 24 hours time, I'd be lucky if I still remember who you are, you know, like.
I'm just saying, like, I meet people who I've worked with or who are actual clients, and I'm like, trying to remember, you know? And
absolutely,
our lives are so busy. Our timelines are so busy. And I always say, it is not your customer or your client or your follower or your fans. It's not their job to remember you. No. It is our job to remind them that we're open for business. And if you've gone quiet, but somebody down the road is doing something similar, because we all have competition. We all have people around. You know, as you said, everyone and their granny will be selling Christmas wreaths. Same the way everyone and their granny teaches social media, you know? Everyone and their granny does social, you know, it's the same.
Everyone is a business coach. Everyone is doing
it. Exactly. Yeah, everyone I meet is like, oh, I'm a business coach. What makes me different is me, you know? And what makes you different is you. And but the problem is a lot of you are keeping that a secret. You know, you're hiding and you're not showing your face. I met a guy yesterday at a dance competition with my kids, funny enough. And he said to me, do you know what I love about your videos? I love that you just speak the way you speak. If I met you here, you're just normal. And you're just like, now listen, this is what you've got to do. And that's what we want from you. You know, we want you to be yourself, be authentic, let people get to know, like, and trust you, and they will buy from you.
Yeah. And one of the things, and I know, and this is something that comes up in the Bloom Room all the time. Like, if you're afraid to go live, you're afraid to show your face, you're afraid. I love the idea of using the Instagram stories because it is only there for 24 hours. I need a push. So you might do it once and then they're like, oh yeah, What's your best advice, Denise, to somebody like that? So again, most of us are florists, like florists in general, are florists that are working on their own. Myself and Jeanette are obviously very lucky that we have the two of us there. And I'd say to Jeanette, you need to go live or you need to do this. And we do push each other in that sort of sense. So we're very lucky that there is two of us. And we really do empathize, like you, Denise, you're on your own most of the time. So what can somebody do to join something or to do something to get that push behind them? Somebody's saying, Mary or Elizabeth or Sherry, you need to go live this week. Like, what is your advice?
My advice is to find accountability partners. Find people that are going to push you on. Find somebody, whether it's, being in a group with other business owners, whether it's finding a group of mates that you resonate with that are business owners, whether it's joining like something like the Inspiring group is accountability, or the Authority Builder is my other accountability, or something with you guys, something that's going to give you the push. But then it also
the accountability group, how does that work? Just the Be Inspiring group. I know you talked about it a long time ago, but I think for €67, first of all, it's a bargain. What's it, €15 a week, if even? So how does that work? Like, do they have to be live every day? Just explain a little bit more about that.
So how that works is it's 67 per month. As I said, it's 97, but for you guys, it's 67. And it's only, break it down over the week. It's a no-brainer. Like, if you think about it, if you got one client per week on the job you're doing, it's paid for, and obviously our job is to get way more than that and make it profitable. So how it works is you come into, it's all run through a Facebook group. It's a self-paced course, meaning that the modules are there and you start to work your way through them. It's all done, the recorded modules. I'm in there, I do live videos in there, and I answer questions in there. But there's a group of like-minded business women and men who answer your questions as well. And that's the beauty of it. It's that peer-to-peer learning. It's that community-based. It's not me just going, you should do this or you have to do this. It's somebody like Sandra Donovan there who's in it. And Sandra's gone, oh, I just posted a reel and I got a new customer. It's that jig on that you're getting.
Yeah. And that's what we need. I think as independent business owners, you need that support behind you. You need and your family are always going to tell you you're great. Where other business people would sort of say, well, that was good, but maybe if you tried this or if you've done that, whatever. I see Michelle is saying, go on.
Sorry, the way it works is like you've got the self-paced for the learning. And then we do visibility challenges. We just finished one last week. And the visibility challenge was, you get to decide if you want to enter it into or not. You might be on holidays and say, no, I'm not doing it, But the visibility challenge is, right, day one, you must talk on your Instagram stories or whatever. Day two, you must create a reel showing your face. And every day in the visibility challenge, you have to come back into the Be Inspiring group and go live and tell us that you did it. And that's the key. It's that little push. It makes you feel icky and it makes you, and it's working on our discipline, working on our creating content consistently. Because the biggest problem is we get a burst of content and we go, I'm going to do this. And we go, woo. And then we go, oh, tired after that. Now I'm done. So which means as small business owners, our sales go like this. As you and Jeanette found out when you were quiet over the summer, things drop. People forget. Kay is saying, it's brilliant, learning great skills and giving me more confidence on social media. Kay's in there as well. Thank you, Kay.
Excellent. Yeah. Absolutely. I see Rochelle is saying, so Rochelle is she's a new student of Kay's Flower School. She's going to be starting in September and she's doing the Christmas course in November. So she wants to know, when should she start going live and doing stuff on Instagram?
Rochelle, now. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about my daughter. My daughter is 14, Sophie. Deirdre knows Sophie. And she is last year she was in second year. And they brought Amazon in to do a competition. And the kids, what they had to do was design an app, right? So they were put into teams to design this hypothetical app. So they went along, they designed their app. Sophie was the team leader. There was 4 of them. And she had to present it to Amazon at the end. So she presented the app and how it was done and how she designed it, did it all in Canva and all that lovely stuff. So it was great, great stuff. But at the end of the presentation, the woman in Amazon said, that was brilliant. So now it's time to get marketing. So now what will you do to market it? And Sophie Horan, my daughter, said, oh no, we would have started our Instagram and our TikTok. We're going to use Instagram and TikTok. We would have started that months ago when we started our journey, because we would have got the message out there as we documented our journey, so that people would be ready to buy when we launch. Because if not, you're launching to nobody. So the idea, and I was like, she listens to me. And I put that down to working at home from the whole of lockdown while she was listening in the background.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the idea is there, Rochelle. It's like, people will buy into your story. We think, oh, I don't want to tell anyone I'm a beginner, or I don't want to. People love that. They would love to see that you're starting, step 1, and then you're going to do step 2 and step 3. We love to see the growth, and we will buy into that. So my message to anybody is, start now. Put your content out there and just get going.
And Rochelle is actually in South Africa.
Amazing.
So she's going to be joining us from South Africa. So yeah, absolutely amazing. We're delighted to have her, and we've organised the wholesalers and all over in South Africa for her to deal with. So yeah, she actually will have. And again, I don't know her. I've only met her through email and whatever, but I'm sure she's going to have an amazing story journey for to be able to document the whole way through. And I see Leonie is on, and she's asking if anybody wants to do collabs where she can personalize anything. And that's absolutely great. And Leonie, is post that over in the Flary Fun group. Look at the cups, guys. You could get those mugs done for you when you're doing your live. It's that you have your name. If you don't have a logo, you don't have your name. Yeah, amazing.
It says inspire and be inspired. Denise inspired. Thank you, Leonie. I love it.
Well, Denise, again, thank you so much. And actually, the other point I made was, I'm laughing, I have it here. Don't worry about the first time you go live, because nobody will be watching anyway. And that's so true. It is so true. So they are your practice runs.
Because we often think, but if you think about it logically, people aren't sitting at home going, right, wait till we see Leonie now going live on this page.
We'll all be watching you, Leonie. Anyway, listen, Denise, as normal, as usual, thank you so much. I am going to, in the comments, I'm going to put Denise's, the link to Denise's Be Inspiring group. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link will be in the comments underneath on YouTube as well, with a link to Denise's website. And Denise, and I know anyone that has signed up to the Christmas program, Denise, you're coming into the Christmas program as well in November, and you're going to be doing stuff for more hands-on. That's going to be sort of closer to Christmas, obviously, type of marketing and stuff like that as well. So we will have Denise, and obviously she'll be in on our module 1 as well. So if you're Rochelle, you'll see Denise again on our module 1 program. Thanks a million to everybody for joining. We actually had quite a big group joining us here today. If you're watching on the replay, let us know that you're watching on the replay. And if you're watching on YouTube, post your comments below and we will come back and answer them again. Guys, thanks a million. Denise, love you and leave you, and we will talk to you all soon.
Thanks, guys.